What's going on, everyone? It's Dave from S.M.A.R.T Fitness, and today I'm going to show you guys what I have for my pre-workout meal, as well as what I'm going to be doing for my workout today with Carly. We're hitting shoulders, triceps, biceps. It's going to be a lot of high intensity, a lot of repetitions, a lot of drop sets. It's excellent. We'll get at it. So here's what I'm eating for today for my snack. So we got some tapioca pudding on deck here. There's about 20 grams there. Most of that is simple carbs. So mostly high sugar carbs. I got myself a scoop of whey protein in here mixed with water. Got myself a peanut butter and jam sandwich. No sugar added jam because I already have the simple sugars from the pudding here. A little bit of complex carb action with the bread as well as the peanut butter spread to get some clean, healthy fats. I'm gonna wait about an hour and then I'm gonna get into the gym. Alright guys, so we're in the gym. We just skipped right through the warm-up set. Got about a plate and 25 per side. And again, training to failure as always. I did about 10 reps here on this one, I believe. Don't quote me because it could be more, it could be less. Anyways, one thing that you guys may notice that I need to work on here is my breathing. As you can see, I'm holding my breath in certain reps. And moving on to my next set, we got 2 plates and a 25 on each side for this one. We skipped through Carly's set. You'll see her in the other one. As you can see there, I only pounded out about 3 or 4 full reps, and then the rest were half reps. This was my final set. We had already done about 4 sets, and then that was we did a drop set right after that. The purpose of the half reps is actually to isolate and fully burn out and pretty much force the muscles to stay in a contracted position. Next, we've got some lateral raises with a cable. I like to hold on to the wall so it's the metal portion. Sorry guys, it stops me from swinging around. And same with on the front raises, I hold on to my hips. It almost makes it impossible for you to swing around. There is a slight bit of movement, but it's not too bad. Next, we moved into clean and press here. Carly's form is, you can see she's kind of just lifting and going straight up. She's not really upright rowing and then going into a shoulder press. It is something that we do need to work on with her. She is a work in progress. She's new to the gym. She's learning. She's doing great. There's not much more that we can really say here. And as you can see, she's doing the exact same thing as me. Lateral raises, holding on to the wall. Notice her hand positioning here as well, guys. She's got her hand underneath the cable and she's pushing up. She's not. It's a perfect as if she's holding it, squeezing type of position. We both found that when you hold it like that, you get a better contraction on the lateral head as well as the medial head, or the frontal head, sorry. Next, we've got some rear delt flies. This is another exercise we got to work on with Carly. She kind of does a tricep extension before she extends back. Notice the difference in my position. I've got my arms straightened out, but there is a slight bend. It's not extending in the manner that it would be if it was an upright tricep extension type of exercise. My medial head is focused completely throughout this entire exercise. Scapula is retracted and protracted when the weight comes forward, as you can see based on my shirt's movement there. Next, we go into another rear delt exercise. I find for this that sticking my butt out forces my chest to stay right up against the bench, and by doing this I get a lot more focus on my rear delts and less on my front delts or side of my delts. Pounded out about 15 reps as well. Same thing with Carly. For her it's a little different because obviously she doesn't have a flat chest like I do. Girls do have breasts, guys. So it makes a big difference. Next, I went into what I like to call my triple exercise superset. I do standing lateral raises with a dumbbell, about 8 to 10 reps, where I hold on to a bench that's in about a 45-degree angle. Next, I go into a rear delt exercise where I just place my head on the bench and just do rear delt flies to really isolate the back of my shoulders. As you can see, same thing, got the protraction and retraction on point here. Next, I go right into an upright row with a barbell. Doing about 80 pounds here, either 80, 70, or 90, I can't remember. This is another exercise we got to work on with Carly. As you guys can see, she breaks her wrists and she doesn't exactly keep her arms in a steady motion. She kind of lifts it and pushes her hands up and out. You want to keep that as a fluid motion. You want to make sure that you've got your shoulders rotated back. You're doing a scapular retraction. as well. And we're finishing off our shoulders with some shrugs. This is a new exercise that Luke actually taught me the other day to isolate your upper traps. If you lean slightly forward and keep the weight in front of you, it isolates to the top of your trap. From here, we had Carly go and stand upright, straight, rotate her shoulders back, depress her traps, and have her scapula retracted to get a full extension, or sorry, not a full extension, a full pull in her tricep, or traps, my mistake guys. I decided to go from my rear to start. By doing that, I find I get the whole entire trap, and then I went to the front side and did the exact same thing. Next, we decided to pound out some biceps and triceps. Did 3 exercises of each, constant supersets. So we started with a preacher curl from a machine. And then we decided to superset with a hammer curl. If you guys would like to take a look here, we got a little man who's putting on a show for us. Alright, back to my set. Notice on the hammer curl there that I fully extended my triceps on the way down. It's a great way to actually hit your bicep. By extending all the way down, you can fully tell that you've flexed your elbow as well as released the tension. Obviously, the purpose of a bicep curl is to flex your elbow, based on the name, like flexion of the elbow, yeah? So it makes sense that you need to extend your elbow as well to get a full rep. It's kind of, if you think about it, it's common sense, but a lot of people don't know this. Next, we moved on to a bicep curl from a machine, same thing. You want to make sure that you're fully flexing your elbow, and we supersetted that with reverse grip pull downs. Notice how I'm keeping my arms in front of me and not just pushing straight down. And then if you look at Carly here, there's another one we got to work on her positioning. She's got her elbows kind of sliding out of position, but notice her hand positioning from her elbow to her wrists. She's pushing right out and down, not just straight down. The purpose of this is to hit the lateral head as well as the long head of your tricep at a much higher velocity than you would with it just being straight down. Think about it, guys. Magnitude of the force over stress on the body. You're going to add a lot more tension and difficulty by pushing it out, having the weight further away from your body. Keep it close, it makes it a lot easier. You can bring your shoulders into it, but this way you isolate it. Same thing with the bicep curl here. Next, we've got Carly going in and doing a tricep press down. Her position's much better in this. She's got it close, her elbows close to her body, but she's keeping the weight out in front of her with her forearms. But if you look at the elbow and wrist positioning, it is in front of her. It's not just pressed straight down. So much better form there. And then we decided to go ahead and superset that with tricep extensions overhead. Some people call it the French press. I just like to call it tricep extensions because pretty much every exercise you're extending the elbow. So all these fancy names really make no difference at the end of the day. We decided to go single arm, really pound it out. Notice what I just did there, guys. I set my scapula, rotated it back so I don't have a lot of shoulder activation. Also notice that my elbows are not swinging out of place the entire way. I've got my arms completely held in position, but they're out in front of me. So it makes a big difference. Again, you're just going to push it down, you're going to lose a lot of the work. Then from here, I went and did the exact same thing as Carly with the tricep extension. Did about 3 sets of this. Superset, each one to failure, about 15 reps. Alright guys, it's a great workout. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe.